Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be the first of a best of 3. This is from the Group A's of WCA 2015. This is going to be the second last series that I have. Actually, I'm pretty lucky that we have all of the replays from Group A. Yeah, what I mean is Group B, C, and D, we have at least one series missing from each, so that is a little unfortunate there. It was a lot worse last year, believe me. If you guys haven't watched 2014 WCA, then the replays weren't as reliable as this year's is. So let's quickly get onto this. WCA EU has already been completed, and the VODs are up. If you want, you can go and check WCA EU. I think they have a YouTube channel nowadays. Back to Warcraft didn't actually upload onto their channel, surprisingly, but oh well. So Tara is going to be spawning in as the teal undead player on the bottom left. We are going to have looking like the pretty standard start here as an undead. Just Tomb of Relics into Graveyard, as we will see it popping down for Tara. And of course this is not an undead mirror as the previous like 4, 5-ish series. Maybe just 4. We have Romantic spawning in as the grey human player in the top right. He will be going for a Mountain King first on the map Last Refuge, which I have noticed has been played by a lot of undead first pick maps anyway, so Mountain King might just be here for the fact that it is Last Refuge against an undead. Although, to be fair, Romantic has been seen playing Mountain King first. In fact, he's played Mountain King first on the majority of the games so far on this channel. Yes, I say that, even though WCA China has pretty much been his debut on my channel. So yeah, Mountain King first for Romantic. We'll have to see what he can do. Will be pretty good against Fiends, honestly. Other than that, once it gets to like mid to late game-ish where destroyers start getting into the battlefield, I'm not entirely sure how useful that Mountain King is going to be then. Maybe he is looking for hero assassinations, anything like that. I mean, to be fair, the Archmage is not as useful either when it comes to when destroyers come into play, so I guess the Mountain King is the better pick of the choice there. So Tara starting out with farming. I mean, this don't see as much in a human matchup here. We usually see this mostly in an undead mirror, and I know I say that because we've watched a lot of undead mirrors, but I have noticed that usually undeads will face against humans because there's just such a large number of humans, and undead would usually go for the skeleton harassment, so Tara not going for that. May be in his advantage for now because I guess it's a lot harder to do against a Mountain King. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not, since the Archmage does bring along an elemental to his side. Tara's focus should be preventing this fast expand, which he is going to spot with his skeletons. If that expand actually completes, then it's going to be really hard for an undead to actually finish. What would be a very cutesy play here is to place those sentry wards on top of, you know, where you could place those town halls and all that, to maybe delay that for a little bit, but of course it just incentivizes the Mountain King to pick up dust to just kill off that sentry ward, I guess. I don't know, but it does seem like a very cheeky play. Maybe not the best, what is it, best way to make a profit. I don't know. So early tier 2 from Tara, I should expect, we all should expect this. Honestly, if you're not going for, you know, an expansion, which undeads usually don't, then it has to be a tech up. Tara, he needs to do something about this. If not destroy the town hall, then just kill off these peasants. The arcane tower is near completion here. Skeletons will hopefully try and pick off 1 or 2 peasants before that arcane tower becomes a bit of a problem. Mountain King very close to level 3, as well these skeletons will definitely help, but in the end he pretty much just has to, what is it, mass farm, because getting a level 5 Mountain King before he becomes kind of obsolete when those destroyers hit is pretty important. Alrighty, Slaughterhouse on the way. No quick tier 3 from Tara. In fact, he is going for a Lich before tier 3 starts, so this seems like a lot of Crypt Fiend focus here. Not too sure, because the last time I said that it was more of a delayed tier 3, and we still had more destroyers anyway, so I'm a little skeptical in having that claim go out. Arcane Vault being placed down for Romantic. Is he going for tier 2 yet? Not yet, but he is saving up that resource. He is waiting on the lumber for now. And he starts it. No, he doesn't. Okay, I was wrong there. I have no idea where he spent his cash. Oh, never mind. I know where he spent the cash. Shadow Priest and Troll Berserker being picked up. Yeah, really interesting to see him pick up those mercenaries rather than go for the quicker tier 2 jump. He is going to lose his Troll Berserker. Definitely not something you would like to see after you sunk so many resources into it. And he even loses his Shadow Priest. Lich able to pick up that kill, I believe. Definitely looking good. Tara Romantic, on the other hand, is kind of struggling here. His expand is obviously, you know, fully operational. The only problem is he needs something to use that, you know, extra resource for. Footmen are not gonna cut it, and we don't have a blacksmith to bring along a couple of riflemen either. So this is really rough. Tara's actually kind of all in here, I would say. He brought along a couple of his lumber ghouls, and he really wants to at least make this expand fail. We have frost armor being cast on pretty much most of these units here. We have a statue out for Tara as well. Death Knight is going to be surrounded thanks to a Stormbolt opportunity here, and we are going to have the Death Knight forcefully TP out and take along his army with him. So yeah, nice by Romantic. It did look a little dire. I'm not sure if the assault was going to be too successful, since the guard tower was completed and we have a lot of peasants to repair. But either way, burning that TP scroll is nice. Level 2 for the Lich. Are we going to have any meat wagons coming out for Tara? Still no tier 3, so it's looking more and more towards Crypt Fiend / meat wagon focus here. After the statue, no, never mind. As soon as I say that, tier 3 starts. So yeah, once again delayed tier 3. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be a mass destroyer fest here. Since we had so many undead mirrors, it's basically like who has the most destroyers, well, that player will usually win the game. Not really the same case here against a human matchup, because all they'll do is make Dragonhawks, or they just make gyrocopters. Not gyrocopters, flying machines. They sound like, they pretty much look like gyrocopters. They're probably named gyrocopters, but yeah, they're probably something else. So Blacksmith is being sped built here, so looking like Riflecaster comp coming in from Romantic. We are going to have another surround onto the Death Knight. This is going to be rather difficult to, you know, force a TP scroll if the Death Knight doesn't have a TP scroll. He is going to use that potion of invulnerability. I believe that was the full 15 seconds, so that is pretty good. Actually, no, that does seem a little short. I believe that was just the standard 7 seconds. Maybe. Who knows? Usually you would like to see that on the Lich. Apparently the Lich already has it, so I think that was just a 15-second one. Either way, it will break the surround and prolong the Death Knight's life for a little longer. It's not like he can run away after that anyway. He does not have a TP scroll. So, pretty ballsy by Tara. He would be forced to just run away. He has no form of escape with the TP scroll anymore. But it's not like Romantic's comp is that scary. It's just Berserkers and Footmen. That Mole is the only problem I would see from Romantic, because it's just such high health. Meatwagon's already out though, so it will start to deal some siege damage. Would be nice to maybe bring that siege damage over to these Footmen, but you can't have everything. We only have one Meatwagon. So more statues coming out for Tara, so it does seem like he wants to have a little dominance in his destroyer numbers here. It might lead into Romantic building workshops later on, but for now he can only see 2 statues, so he's probably not really motivated to go workshops just yet. The only problem is we don't actually have any sanctums either. Romantic has so much resources, but he's not actually using it. I think he's too focused on his microing that his macroing is very, very lacking. Yeah, I don't know what is happening right now. He's not even making a second hero, which could most likely be a blood mage here. Alright, we're gonna have a counterattack against Tara's base. It's very hard to do since we are having, I believe, a couple of spirit towers being built in the back there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 spirit towers. That is a tough nut to crack. Even though Romantic might lose his expand here. Actually, no, yeah, I'm not sure if the expand is very much worth losing. Romantic is, well, he's committing a lot to this, and his peasants have stopped mining off of that second gold mine, and still this town hall is gonna fall. So Tara looking really good despite his base being attacked. Spirit towers probably should hold this enough. Yeah, looking at this, Spirit Tower is definitely not going to kill, but they'll definitely, I guess, delay long enough. Hell, Tara doesn't even have to press even further to that expand. The town hall is already destroyed, so just needs to defend, and he will be as bright as rain, I guess. TP scroll will be forced. Will Romantic lose a Footman? Yes, he will, as Tara tosses out a coil. Lich is going to power farm, get that level 4 as quickly as possible, and then, you know, jump to that level 5, which is very much desired for any Lich, or for any hero, I guess. So Greater Mana Potion has been picked up. Definitely a very good item for either of these 2 heroes. I would most likely maybe see it on the Death Knight later on. I can't imagine the Lich needing it too much because he has his own Dark Ritual, so yeah, that's actually no way. He picked up Frostheimer, so yeah, I guess without Dark Ritual, Greater Mana Potion is good on him as well. So Blood Mage has just started. The Mountain King is only level 4, so I don't know if level 2 Stormbolt with the Banish is enough to one-shot Crypt Fiends. I can definitely say level 3 Stormbolt is enough. Okay, it seems like I was discussing that pointlessly because the Blood Mage is never going to come out. This is looking really bad for Romantic. He is... I don't know what he's doing right now. He's lost his... No, he hasn't lost his Blacksmith. He rebuilt his expansion, but the resources he had to rebuild that expansion should have been used to build Sanctums. I have no idea what he's going to do at this point. He can't win this game with Footmen alone, and I really can't imagine him winning with this kind of harassment. Harassment is not going to beat out a siege, because harassment is basically to annoy your opponent, try to gain an edge, but siege, it's just kill your opponent. Like, it's as simple as that. Romantic's gonna lose his barracks. If he loses a keep, then I would definitely give the game towards Tara. Death Knight even being brought back here to just delay this assault as much as possible. Haunted Goldmine is being focused down by these footmen here, but the Mountain King is a bit of a tight problem here. He will be TPing back to the expansion, so he might come back, but he needs to regenerate a little more. Alright. Nice for my Tara to focus these peasants rather than the keep alone. Doesn't seem like the guard tower nor the arcane tower is enough to dissuade this assault. All the peasants have pretty much been taken out, and that will definitely be the keep falling. Will we have a Nova Coil combo onto this Mountain King here? There's the coil, but the Nova is probably not in range. Yeah, I don't know. Really missed game from Romantic here. I could definitely say that could have gone better for him. Tara, despite that expand, finishing, that's pretty much how most humans go anyway. They will finish that expand, but it's really hard to defend if you don't have your tier 2 production up, or go like mass towers, which Tara didn't face at all anyway. So yep, Mana Siphon onto the Lich, so it's not even going to be the Banish Stormbolt combo. It's just the Mountain King just trying to be as, overpowered as he is. Not really overpowered, even the Blade Master can laugh at him right now. Lich, I mean, he doesn't even use his invulnerability potion. He can just be topped off with the death coils here. And Romantic, very desperate. He only has 1 footman left and his 2 heroes. That is going to be definitely GG for him. Yep, gonna lose his Mountain King, get level 5 onto that Death Knight. GG. And yeah, Tara not even needing destroyers. That is very impressive. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. Game 2 will be next, and I'll see you guys then.